Okay, let's see if I'm live here. I don't know. Working on it. Okay, guys, am I live yet? Can you hear me talking? Can you hear me anything? Sorry. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. You guys can hear me now, right? Can you guys hear me? Hello. Go. Okay, I'm going. Okay, good. All right, I gotta get to my Zoom room here. Boom room. Okay, cool. All right, so I can see it on my phone, but I can't see it here. God, I'm so bad at this, you guys. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. There we are. Okay, boom. Now it should switch. Okay, okay, yeah. All right. Okay, here we go. What was I gonna do? Okay, guys. Now, when we were talking earlier about the archons and whatnot, this is what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share the. Here, I'm gonna go to this share screen so I can go close this out. What? Well, that's stupid. Okay, I'm trying, guys. All right. Now here we go. What I was talking about was the archonic energy. Now, they're the archonic. I don't know if they're. I take everything I say with a grain of salt, too, guys. I'm not the all-knowing. I'm not the Messiah. I am nobody's keeper. I am no scientist. I am just me. I am a guy that has researched for 4 years. I took video of the sky for 4 straight solid years. So that is one thing I can attest to is that the sky is off. The sky is a playground. The sky is numerous things. The sky is not what it used to be. This is the one thing I can attest to. And the other thing I can attest to is the things I've come to realize as truth, my truth. My truth is more than likely a lot different than most others' truth, obviously. But my truth, to me, what's going on? You're not seeing the right screen here. Okay, stop share, new share. I was on the wrong screen, you guys. Here we go. Sorry. Now I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for a telescope app. It's called Aladdin Desktop. and it's by the Sky Atlas people. This one right here, the Strasbourg University. Now, if you guys have not got this on your computer or on your phone, do so as immediately because it's the coolest, straight up coolest app I've ever come across. As far as um, what you call it, as far as telescope or satellite imagery, or you get the whole picture here. I did this already though. I don't know. Now here we. Oh come on, really? Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Now I have this on my other computer. I don't have it. I have it on my phone, and you guys got me off my phone, so now I'm trying to do it on this, and it's not gonna work. So gotta go over here. We're gonna try the light version. Wow. Okay, now, but I guess I don't need this to get through what my message. What I want my message to be here is trapezium open star cluster. I've said this before. If it's a false matrix, which it's starting to look more and more like it is, because there is a divide us and conquer us mentality in our surroundings. Can you guys hear me? All right, or what? How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Still cutting? Well, that sucks. Okay, now we're gonna go here to. Come on. Hmm. The Aurora Boreas now. If the Aurora Boreas, right here, API. If the Aurora Boreas, is it the red dragon? Is that the thing we have to traverse to get out of here? Now here we are. Awesome. I got to the light version. And now you go here to this right here to the search feature, and you hit M42, which I believe is the key to the Matrix. That's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now I'm going to zoom out. Now we were just right here. Why the starting point? Okay, now I'm getting screwed here with this. Okay, here we go. This is Orion's Nebula, guys. Okay. Okay, now in this, you can go to these thumbnails. Now, if I had the desktop version, it's way fancier and they got all kinds of options. But you pretty much go to this on your cell phone, on anything, and you could scroll through, what is it, 12 different satellite or 12 different telescope images. Like this one's awesome. This one shows you what the Aurora Boreas is, or the red dragon really is right here. And I don't know why I keep doing this. Why I want to go back. There we go. Okay, see, now here's Yaldabaoth right here. You see this? This is Yaldabaoth. Right here is the red dragon. That's the Ouroboros, or the Aurora Boreas, but Ouroboros, I believe that's how you spell it or say it. It's lagging big time. Why is the chat keeping up and everything? Because all I see is cutting. Do I need to refresh? Here. Okay. Now can you guys hear me? All good? On track. Okay, good. I couldn't see all your guys' comments. It was stuck on stupid. Okay, now if I could simply get out of this. Now, this right here is the Milky Way. Our perspective of the Milky Way anyway. Right here, this line, this accretion disk. This is where all 3D matter is existent on. This is the plane of inertia, or the equilibrium point of the null point of the push and the pull, or the push together, or the toroidal field, which is the ether. And magnets are no more or no less than a perturbation within that ether. There, in essence, is no, this isn't per my scholarly input. This is Ken Wheeler's saying. He says there is no such, magnets don't have poles. But for the layman, we're going to say that magnets do have poles, because otherwise you have to start talking incommensurability and, a non-point specific and whatnot. But that's, in essence, a magnetic field is the loss of inertia within the ether, or a I don't know how else to word that, but it's once you get your mind around it, it seems simple, but it's hard to explain. I don't know how else to say it, but I do not know how to manipulate this on my computer, and it's pissing me off. Do I got to shift and do this? No. Control and do it? No. But I use, if I was on my phone, I could boom, 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 whip right through this, but I can't because it was lagging too much. Aussie Alt Media says, hey, Tammy Sanford's in the house. How's it going, Tamara? How are you, sweetheart? The Anu is the toroidal field, the source of creation. Thank you, Aussie. That's what I'm saying. So yes, you're on the right road as me. I mean, I'm not saying my road's the right road. I'm saying you're on the same page as me. Hi, all. Hi, April. How are you, sweetheart? Yes, and I think with me, Aussie and I will have to get together and butt our heads together. I think we should all do I don't know, a roundtable discussion and get 300 of us in there trying to talk over each other. That'd be fun. Would it not? Here, open new tab. I don't know what the hell is going on here, guys. This thing never acted like this. There we go. Come on. Come on back to me. I can only zoom up. There we go. Okay, now this. This is pissing me off is what this is. I'm going to close out of that. Maybe because I got too many open. Wow. What a joke. Continue downloading. What's downloading? Okay, so I stopped my sharing because I'm a freaking. Okay, now I'm stuck because I can't show you what I wanted to show you. So if the ether is surrounding us and we're not, we're not being fed the truth. Good birds, you. Aurora Rain, hi. Lost Bird Productions, hi. Mish, my maiden. Name is Gleason. What you talking about? Yeah, Brady Butch and Hangouts. That's a good idea. With two E's, Mish. Love it. Yeah, tech for me is really bad. Now I wish I could. What's a spotlight thing? I don't know what that is, but draw. Okay. There we go. All right, now I'll do this. Do. So does my audio sound good? I mean, my headphones. My name growing up before marrying, Sillage. Marriage, Sillage. Aurora, hi. Steve Aussie asked you a question. What did he ask? Don't be hard on yourself, Aussie. What was the question? Am I too loud? Okay. Now, to me, this is the Earth's magnetic. Wow, that was horrible. Wish I could just draw like, but I got to hold down this stupid button. Okay, right here to me, this is the Earth's magnetic field. Okay? Right? Everybody agree with that? Good. Thanks for telling me I'm not too loud. All right. Now, so this magnetic field right here just keeps going. It's the toroidal. This is the inverted view of it. So the inverted view for us in the Milky Way is what? Is the same thing. That's how we see the field of our we only see what how do I explain that? Um so we're on the inside looking out, right? In a the question is above again, Steve. Okay, I'm looking. Bear with me. Van Allen belt is the same as Orion's belt. Very well could be. But isn't it odd how everything is a belt? Isn't it odd how everything is a belt in our existence, or an accretion disk, or a plane, or a flat plane of inertia? Because we look out, and supposedly for us to space travel or interstellar travel, the asteroid belt, the Kuiper belt, these things. Why? What's going on in the chat now? We have we are slightly silly. Belt holds your pants up. Yeah, right. But what's hanging from that belt in Orion? You know what I'm saying? That's the sword. Words are swords, right? Now, if everything's to mean the same, then why is it named this? So you break down trapezium and then you get trap, easy, I, M. Now, it falls in the word, and they're telling us all is, the words are swords, swords are words, whirlwind, world, the etymology of words come down to the true meaning of it. Now you go to this trapezium open star cluster. This is why I was trying to get to the what you call it, the app, and I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again because I'm just a glutton for punishment. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here again. Hopefully the naughty page doesn't pop up here. I don't think I was watching any of that anytime recently. So I've actually done that before, believe it or not. All right. We're going to go to Aladdin. Light Sky Atlas. Now, I was able to do this before without having to download everything. So I don't know what happened this last time. Okay, we're going to go. What the heck? See, why is everything so small? Ah, there we go. Now we're talking. Okay, right here. This goes through my browser. Okay, now every time it starts us off here, and this is right above Orion. Now, M42, just like I was stating before, enter, boom, Orion's Nebula. Okay, now we go further into it, and the brightest spot right there, the trapezium's right in here. Now, the trapezium is the same as the pineal gland in our brains, as the pyramid on Earth in Egypt, as Egypt is to Earth, as Earth is to the solar system, so on and so forth. It's all an interconnected web of everything. See, now this blue thing right here is the trapezium. Now we zoom out. Now, hopefully I don't lose it right here. Yeah, okay. Now, right here, guys, within this, you can see a Yaldabaoth within a Yaldabaoth. And I'm not kidding here because we'll go to, is it this one? I'm on this one. Okay. So we'll go back further out and we'll get a bigger picture. Oh, we got to go to this one, Iris. Right there. Now you see the dragon's mouth right here. We're somewhere in here. Orion's right here. And there is a video on my channel, and I can't remember for the life of me which one it was, but it was something that I didn't realize until later. We are in the mouth of the red dragon right now. Our paradigm is, or I wonder if the trapezium open star cluster is listed here. I doubt it. It's probably got to have a designation number. And I'm not paying attention to the chat right now, guys. Sorry. I'll look in a second if you're trying to communicate with me. And it's not going to show us nothing. I have never seen this Pan-STARRS one. Oh, wow. Okay, now check this out. Now you see the Fibonacci right here. That's Orion. This is Orion's belt right now in the northern or in the eastern sky in the northern hemisphere. What should I be looking at to check? Oh man, you sons of! I'm sorry. What a retard. I know, Michelle. Thank you. That was so stupid. Sorry, guys. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. See this? This is Yaldabaoth right here. This is the red dragon, the Aurora Boreas, right here. That is it. I mean, this is the red dragon, and this is what we have to face. And this is the same. It goes hand in hand with the eye in the hand prophecy or the path of souls that the Mississippi River Mound Builders talked about. And yes, I was pissed. Sent him a Facebook. Thank you. The Eye of the Dragon. The Eye of the Dragon. Well, right now Orion's right here. And it's said that when we're at the galactic river crossing, which I believe that's, in my opinion now, and I filmed the sky for 4 years. Don't don't think I'm below film in the sky still because I just did it today. You know, I still a big old avoid. What's a big old avoid? That's scary. I'm not going there. The eye of the dragon. Now, my shell. This is the same as the. You said there's going to be an eagle we're going to face, and I believe this. Andrews, how am I equipped? Is like crazy. I'm not going to be able to listen. Hit refresh. Well, what's it supposed to look like? It's supposed to look like what, an old folks home or a retirement facility? I don't know what you're getting at there, but Yaldabaoth is the I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Pymander of Vision of Hermes, if you've ever read that. Look at that. Now, this is insane right here. Now, right here, guys, is the galactic plane, the galactic river. This is what Egypt, the universe is unfolding, expanding. Does this not make sense? The snake is not eating its own tail. Its tail is coming outward, not going in. The eagle is the mark of Babylon. Bird subbed. Thank you. Retirement facility. No, like tree welcoming us back to the Garden of Eden. Yes. Joanne, hi. Nice of you to join us. Hello, Andrew. Matt Dowling. Lost Bird Productions. I'm glad you guys are all here. Check the flags. All countries founded on the New Babylon have an eagle. Well, the eagle and the serpent is also the Enki of the Enlil story too. You guys do understand that, right? I mean, that's the whole faction against faction, the divide and conquer. Now, what I'm stuck on right now, guys, and I have been for some time now, and that's why I haven't been putting out these videos about where the projector is, because I don't want to be the one selling something that I'm not fully aware of what it is yet. Now, when I came across the revelation, I figured, whoa, this has got to be divine. Is it divine in a false sense? You know what I'm saying? Now, there's factions out there that are in my ear constantly about the Enki being the evil and Enlil being the good and vice versa. Now, I don't know if that matters to us or not, but I do know that it's going to matter when, you know, all comes down to it and we see some god from high on his perch, you know, making choices on where we go or whatever we do. Now, I believe that the whole pole shift thing, now this ties it all together. The whole pole shift thing is the moment when the Van Allen belt that holds us here, the magnetosphere, all of it drops. Would that not be the graduation day we look for? Because then the electrical grid wouldn't be holding us in. Now that grid that you see on like the Sprint logo, you know, are you at least you said it was getting? What do you mean by that? Snake, wisdom, eagle, knowledge. Yes. Cosmic rays will then flow in and upgrade the frequency. Yes, but I mean, we're going to be out of our avatar bodies at that point because, you know, our flesh is not going to be able to live through that moment. Or do you disagree with that? What does that make love? That makes love evil. The magnetosphere is man-made, I believe. No, I believe the magnetosphere is a byproduct of the Anu at the center of the Earth. And I also believe that I also believe that our aura, our personal aura, is our magnetosphere. It's what we project. It's our contribution to the whole. You know what I mean? That so if all of our aura and frequency is connected to Earth, then that aura and frequency is causing the pestilence, is causing the earthquakes, the whatnot. The biofield is something I understand completely. Yes, I'm trying to learn, but I mean, now here's another thing I wanted to point out, guys. Remember how I said I've never read books? I've never been, I guess, fully indoctrinated into the scientific regurgitation matrix. I guess is the best way to say it. And I'm not kidding you. All of this information has come to me via the tube or the internet. About 50 to 65% of it has been from reading online stuff or watching videos. But I'm telling you, 45% of it or 40 to 45% of it has come from meditation, from me tapping into the thought of us all, you know? And that may sound crazy to you guys. That may sound off, but that's the truth. Like a couple different times I thought, oh, the anu is the same as the black hole, is the conjugate nature of the toroidal field bringing everything into existence. That is the creation's mechanism for creating matter, or the paradigm, or the I don't know, the resonant field for matter to exist in, I guess would be the. I'm running several programs. I can't stop them right now, but buffering is really bad. Catch you all later. Thanks, Slightly Slanted, for giving me a new place to hang out. Well, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Vision of the past matter. Go out and ask strangers for candy. What are you talking about? Tapping into Thoth, invocation of the thought form. Yeah, Thoth is just you and God short of thought, right? I mean, all is mind. This I know, for the Akashic has told me so. You know, it. But where I'm stuck now, guys. Okay, I've shown you this. Now I'm gonna go to my email here, just so I can pull up a link. And that'd be right here. Go back to Google. Come on. Okay. I'll go to Gmail. Now, I want to read into this because I want to get your guys' opinion. Now, this is a Robert Stanley's communications with characters claiming to be Lucifer. And I am not propagating that I believe in all of this. I'm not propagating that I believe that this letter isn't just fully made up. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm saying that it's pertinent information, I guess. And my biggest thing is that I do this first and foremost. I started this for selfish reasons because I had no other outlet for. I couldn't talk to my family, but now it has morphed into really seriously searching, needing to know the truth. And I am not kidding when I say this to you guys that I'm in it to win it. I'm never going to quit. My last dying breath will be to find out what the truth is. And I am not kidding when I say that. I will leave this world trying to find out what the truth is. Now, if that truth finds me at that moment, I sure hope you guys are still around me that I can share it with you. Or maybe you don't want to be around me because I'll be, Okay, now here. Now this name right here has bothered me. I don't know if his information, because he's the opposite. His information is telling me that Enki is the bad guy. I don't know if any of that matters though. You know, I'm looking for my link here, right here. Right here it is, right here. Now watch this, guys. You guys are gonna be floored because we read some of this on a previous live stream. Oh, come on. My computer just can't handle this. Wrong email, guys. Sorry. Right here. Right here. Okay, now. Now, Robert Stanley, to me, seems like he's genuine and he's going through issues right now. Alleged letters from Lucifer to Robert M. Stanley. Now, I don't want to go through the whole letter. You guys can find this at, he updated it October 24th. So this is recently, and I haven't read any of the new stuff. Now, take this at face value. Robert says he doesn't know if, this, if it's obviously, if it's Lucifer, can you trust him? Now, Lucifer in this letter is Enki. And the first letter says, it goes on to say that our biggest problem issue is Marduk, or Marduk. Okay. Okay, now I just got the impression you were harboring a certain resentment towards even the thought of me. Don't worry about it. I enjoy hearing what you have to say about me. Now that's Lucifer talking to Robert. And right here. Now, there's several spelling errors in this letter. Now, if anybody's a pattern finder or somebody that sees things through things, put those words together and figure out what they are. But I'm compelled by the Spirit to tell you this much in regards to setting records straight, but it would only serve to set it straighter in you. At the onset of the war, the Jews were treated very well. Their belongings were cataloged and put in storage. The Zionists wanted Germany to take the promised land, and deals were made. Intention was to send them home to Israel. The Zionists were considered Jews, and it was thought that by holding them, a peace deal could be reached, where Germany wouldn't have to suffer any longer because of their system, NWO system, they were putting into place even then. As time went on, the German people began to despise the Jews because we all knew our enemy wasn't the US. So right there tells you that whoever this is, if it's Lucifer, is a German. As time went on, the German people, okay, US or any other ally, but was the Zionists who deceived them for purely power-related reasons. Look, Robert, I am an Elohim at heart, having to accept a human existence, which is spelt wrong. There are many former Elohim among you who despise being stuck in human form and love to inflict harm on anyone out of the sadistic nature that grew in them since their loss of their Elohim body. All of you are up against two foes here. Former Elohim in positions of power and the goddess of this world, Tiamat, the dragon, the original owner of this planetary body. I don't expect you to understand what I am saying, but I'll try to explain it. I was sent here in part because this is where my mother Tiamat is from. She's a well-kept secret because she has the power to keep it secret, as well as hide herself from everyone. She's very much a god-like being, the first of what was originally here. She created the reptilian species, here including the dinosaurs. A dragon is a dinosaur, but among them, there was no equal to her. There are a couple stories of her appearing to others. In both using reptilian DNA stories, she told them she was what stood in their way to ascend from here. The Ajiji were created by me, Lucifer, using reptilian DNA, quite possibly from my own DNA. It's unclear to me, but I did make them, the Greys. That's why it was my task to make humanity. I had already made a humanoid before that served its purpose well. They work for her now, mind controlled by her. Humanity has a certain amount of protection from her and them. You all having my DNA makes you all related to her and Elohim royalty. I don't expect you to believe me, but it occurred to me, which is spelt wrong, that it is an important thing to know. You see, if you did, if you don't expect, or if you did the instructions Yeshua gave to his disciples, Yeshua is spelt wrong, by the way, you'd be met by her on the road. It's part of the ascension from this world. You can dismiss my words here if you like, but they very well may be the most valuable words you've ever had come your way. To ascend from this world, which I know is what you want, and prove and overcome the dragon. You are faced with her when you die. If you cower or run in fear, then you prove you're not ready to leave. If you had made yourself ready like me, you'd know the dragon exists. So when faced with her, you'll realize that you have nothing to fear but fear itself. I'm of the belief that I overcome her repeatedly in every life I live. I may be wrong, but I believe I was chosen to come back anyways because I can't abandon my creation until I know it will be okay. We have a long way to go before we get to that point. I'm in no position to affect the control systems in any way. I wish I could. My hope has always been that as many as possible will overcome the dragon. She's my mother. And I do. She's my mother. Okay, where are we at? Okay. She's my mother, and I do love her, but I stand opposed to her methods. She's proving you all unworthy to leave instead of raising you all to be ready to leave, as I've so often attempted to do. I don't, or I doubt you'll take my words here seriously, my friend, but I said them anyways. Beware. You can say all you want about me and be forgiven, but saying anything publicly about her will be the end of you. What I say here is between us. If my words lead you to freedom, then I certainly won't regret saying them. Be ready to face your worst fear in leaving here, and you will be given the option to leave. She respects anyone who overcomes her. She is the true all-seeing eye, the all-seeing eye of the dragon. Wow. Synchronicity. Hello. You just said that, didn't you, Aussie? Conquer your fears to become the son of source you truly are. The spirit chose to reward you here. Very few get this info out of me. I'd love to tell the whole world, but only a few find the way out. Even after telling you this, you may not succeed. Don't underestimate your adversary. It isn't me, my friend. It's much worse. Peace be with you through all you face, brother. Now, what do you guys think of that? It went off first I saw him. Maybe it was because it was on League Project and he was dressed as an emperor from Star Wars. Or the last time I seen him, he had sunglasses on. You know what I mean? Robert does tell a good story. He does. And and so okay, now this letter, it sounds plausible. Am I right about that? What do you guys think about that? I mean, if Lucifer is Anki, wouldn't that make okay? Now I can tie all of this in by the Robert is cloaking his persona by dressing up, stopping Archon attack. You know, I kind of figured that too. So the Lightbringer is this now? Anybody who's read up on the Emerald tablets knows that the ones that they want, the Archons want the most. Yes, it could be just another story. Yep, right. I agree with that, Matt. Now, let's not call anybody wrong or anything yet because we're figuring this out. And you know what? It could very well could be a psyop distraction, or could Robert be working for the dark as well as Wes Penry? Okay, so that's what's your take on that, Aussie? Oh, yeah, they want the dark brightness. Here, I got the emerald tablets right in front of me. They want the dark brightness. They want the bright dark ones or whatever they're called. Um, you know what I'm talking about? Uh, the Archon's moving. Steve, how about my vision? What's your vision? Yes, Wes Penry seems like yes. You know, we are the light, all else is darkness. I think they both dwell inside of us. We are creatures of both light and dark, and we can manifest both. You know. Yes, we should all have a phone conversation, which would be great. There's 33 here. My number's 333. I mean, I see it all the time. List ye, O man, to the words of my wisdom. List to the voice of thought, the Atlantean. Conquered have I the law of space time. Knowledge have I gained of the future of time. Know I that man is in his movement through space time shall ever be one with thee all. Now, Wes has broke down Thoth as being a purveyor of Enki's vision. I don't want to worship him. I'm not worshiping anybody. I'm not worshiping anybody, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. You know, you have the Hounds of the Barrier. You've met the Hounds of the Barrier. Is that Anubis? I believe now where I'm stuck at right here, guys, is how better to get us caught up in the net in the etheric um the dog. Anubis is their boss. Is that why you say dog, God, dog? Have you guys heard of the black fire? Is the black fire the same as the black holes? Because I believe that our matrix is entangled entangled in the black hole energy that everything is right now. The the Anu is all creation. Okay, is the toroidal field, dog star, God. April, you're a good one. You still have you been reading Robert's letters? Those Lucifer letters, the one I just read recently, that's up here on the screen. Have you read through these? I haven't read through the new ones. And why would if it is Lucifer, why would he affiliate himself or say he's a German. You know what I mean? What about the giant cloud circle around the moon last night? Well, yeah. We came from Orion, ruled by Sirius. So that's what the whole uh, Egyptian culture and the Nile and the Fertile Crescent and all that's about. And their affiliation or they tried to chemtrail right over it and it made it like into a square. Wow. Whenever whenever you met whoever you met, here. Now Robert goes after that last part of the letter I read to you guys. I don't even know. Do you guys think this is even worth reading? I mean, do you think I should continue reading this or do you think it's just a bunch of distraction dribble? What? Let's take a vote right here. Do you think I should read on or? Donnie of Daytona caught drone footage of a huge orb, not the moon. Okay, we got one yes, serious, interdimensionable, indeterminable. The circle in the square shows we are contained by archons. Oh, is that what squaring the circle is all about? And that mathematical, it's pretty long. Okay, I'm gonna breeze over what Robert's response to Lucifer was in this last, and I don't know what the hell is going on with my freaking computer. It's pissing me off. Sorry, guys. Okay, taste of freedom even before it comes. Okay, we're right here. I read through that. Okay, here's Robert's response. And this is how he signs his name, EALU. Does that mean anything to anybody? Thank you for sharing this insightful information. This is Robert, by the way. Is there any accurate information about Tiamat that I can access? How do you think I met, or who do you think I met in the mountains of Malibu on the autumnal equinox of 1985? I also met a female entity in the mountains in Central California while out of body in early 1990. She gave no indication of her identity. She just said, if you decide to stay, we will do everything we can to help you. Honestly, from what oh God. Honestly, from what I can tell, all the secrecy surrounding those entities is a sign of ill intent. I would have to agree with him. Is there a civil war taking place? If so, did you start it? For what reason? Also, I am going through some life changes at this time. I am currently seeking work for it is truly meaningful to mankind and will also allow me to support my family. In case you didn't hear me say this publicly, I don't fear you or hate you. I even offered to help you or what I thought was you, restore balance. Therefore, I am not sure what I would be forgiving you for, because I am not sure what you have actually done. Most everything published and discussed on this planet is inaccurate or inauthentic speculation. What has been bothering me recently is why, if our souls are created by God, are we separated? What is the point of God's absence here? Religion claims to answer this question, but I disagree. I disagree with that also. It only serves to further confuse and control our soul's consciousness and connection to the cosmos or the creator. And, that's why I love Robert because, he brings it and he brings it well because that's exactly how I see it. Whoever you met is succeeding in having you vilify me forever, didn't it? Now, this is Lucifer's response to Robert's last talk or last words here. God, why is my freaking computer doing this? I'll share one more bit of information with you that few understand in all of this. Bloodlines play a big part in the reincarnation process. If certain bloodlines were eliminated, those Elohim who are here who could care less about humanity would cease to be able to return. Now, this is one reason why they have us, guys. This is one reason why we are here. It's for them to reincarnate in our bodies so they can experience the physical because they're trapped here just like we are. They found ways to keep themselves in high places, so to speak. If you fully grasp what I'm telling you, you'll begin to understand why so much killing goes on in this world. Bloodlines are being hunted. It is best if you don't rise to a position that could affect change because I admit I most likely would be inclined to cleaning up the gene pool. It's not simply a gene problem, though, it's a soul incarnate problem. If I was in a position to change anything, I'd make some pretty big changes, like making you all realize you weren't kicked out of the garden completely. It's all around you. Humanity has it in their power to turn the wild places into productive Edens, but instead do anything but for the most part. If I could remove what keeps this world spiraling out of control, I would. Now, is there meaning in what he just said there? There was a time when it was beyond beautiful here and humans were taught the higher knowledge. Peace existed and the world thrived in abundance. Those days are so far gone, but it still serves to enlighten me now. I know it's possible to get back to those days. It's just unclear how long it will take. I often wish reinforcements would come to your aid, but the decision was made not to interfere any further and leave us all to fate. I do have a feeling that may be on the cusp of changing in some profound ways with the changing of the age, but time will tell. The gold was stockpiled to last a significant amount of time into the future. I'm unaware of how long that was. Why do you suppose gold is stockpiled in vaults and hoarded away, Mr. Stanley? Could it be that the powers that be are making sure it's ready to go? It's it's what? It's you or it's unfortunate how it's kept from all of you. Monoatomic gold bread is your diet. In your diet would do a body a whole lot of good. Superconductivity of gold is essential for optimal health, but instead it's hoarded away in the soil completely stripped of any trace. There is a reason for that, you know. Your energy body, which is what I'd call in with much more clarity. What? Which is what I'd call your flesh body, would function at a much higher level than they do now, allowing the truth of source to shine in which with much more clarity. Sorry, guys. Instead, aluminum is being used in your systems, which is like using small gauge wire on a high voltage line. The circuit could melt. It's causing many neural immunities, wow, problems in a vast number of people. Hits close to home when your grandmother develops Alzheimer's and you know why. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? And you know why. Come on. Are you serious? There's a lot I'd change, Mr. Stanley, but you could say I've had my chance to bring change and failed. It's up to others now. When researching Tiamat, you should remember that it was a custom to make any god like archetypes male in the not so distant past. So realize that the common consensus of the dragon being male is a deception. I'm Lucifer, not her. She loves that you all vilify me. You don't get the title, bringer of light, for bringing darkness, lol. Source put her where she is for a reason. I'm forced to admit, but I still think there's a better way to test the god babies than chaos and lies. Refined by fire is refined by fire, I guess. Have a good one, Mr. Stanley. Now, what do you guys think of that? Ia Enlil, I think Lulu, fire is the force of creation. Well, fire in the middle is the eye in the triangle. and that's the trapezium in the Orion Nebula from the top down. What's up, MLT? How are you, bud? So, what do you think of this? Do you think it's Lucifer trying to curry favor amongst the enlightened, or what do you guys think on this? Or do you think it's just a bunch of hubbub? Well, I'm glad you've been pulled here too. I'm hungry. Got more? Please feed me. You know what? I'm right there. I'm right there. The knowledge is just insanely. Lucifer is good. I'm almost certain. Another bourbon, please. A one shot. A one beer. Doesn't seem genuine to me. Hubba bubba. Gareth, nice. How are you doing, bud? So, are you guys digging my new mic setup? Does it sound better than when I'm yelling into the freaking computer? I told you we need to do a podcast, Aussie. I, I'm with you. I tried to get you on here earlier, remember? Okay, good. Thanks, guys. Now, now this is the reason why I'm stuck on it here, guys. Okay, now I really believe that Thoth is doing good by telling us all this information. You know, I think we are blinded by the system. Yes, we're blinded. I can just send you a browser link through Zoom, and you can join that way, and we can we can do a podcast on Zoom. Consciousness and love. It is interesting what he said, but it isn't Lucifer. Who do you think it is? If there is confusion. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it has to resonate with you. And what's been resonating with me lately is that I got to stop and check. I got to pump the brakes a bit because I was totally headlong into the trapezium open star cluster. This is true. Thank you, April. So much deception here. Hard to trust anything. Correct. I agree with that. Hence the reason why I'm running this by you fine folk, you know. Trust me. Thoth only connects with the self-adept. Any guru that says they connect with Thoth is a liar. This is true. This is true. And I haven't claimed to connected completely, but by and large, I get the message and I've read it 45, 49 times or so, you know, the Emerald Tablets. And it is amazing how you get a different bit of information after it every time. And it says it right in the book to read it 100 times, you know. Well, I don't know whether to say thanks or if I should be thankful I'm connected, but we used to speak not with the mouth, but in a connecting way. X. Right. Are we headed that way through a brain lace, neural lace, and Wi-Fi? Is that the singularity that Wes Penry talks about? Now, this is the stuff. Okay, here we go. I just seen the word Nibiru and it just triggered me again. I find myself feeling your anxiety and perplexity, right? And this is Lucifer again. I to say one more thing to make you think. I often think of where I've come from and hope beyond hope it's not gone. that they've advanced in their own spirituality to a point they realize how much this world needs them. I feel Nibiru is still out there, but I can't be certain. In an advanced spiritual state, they can hardly come in guns blazing to save this world. Would be very hard to see them as a good thing if they did. I think it's required of them as family to do something about what's transpiring here, having had a huge influence on humanity to say the least. But they, like I, realize all works for the good. It may be up to us to overcome the issues plaguing mankind. All we can do is try. I certainly don't want to give up. I, like you, want to find ways to enlighten others, free them from religion and fear based control measures that only serve the ones at the top who are drunk on power. I told you before to keep talking about me, and I fear it served as a reverse psychology in you. But seriously, keep doing what you're doing. I just think that after this discourse between us, you'll be a little more empathetic to the fact that I'm only human, after all, and having to go through life as you do. I'm no god, but there was a time you all saw me and my kind that way. It was a mistake for any of us to allow those thoughts to take root as they have. Living as human has a way of giving a better perspective that couldn't be perceived from being an Elohim. Perceived as gods is what happened, but the reality is we're just like you in that light of source kind of way that dwells within us all. Some just burn brighter than others. Burn bright, my friend. I say I'm no God, but the truth is we are all God. Babies who have come growing up to do. Elohim lived so long they forgot they were still infants compared to Source. So they also acted like more than they should have in the eyes of humanity. Some still do, sadly. They aren't learning the lesson, but I have faith they still can. Now that's hard to believe Lucifer is saying all that, but heaven, Nibiru, and earth, Tiamat, will pass away, but my words will never pass away. Do you know why they'll never pass away, Robert? Because they come from Source, and Source will never pass away. The darkness was an inevitability from the love that gave free will. Many blame God for darkness, evil, but you cannot. For God so loves his creation that he gives all his sons and daughters freely to the choice. If there was no choice, there'd be no good or evil. Yes, humans were made in the image of the Elohim and not God. Image is the key word, but it is not about looks. It's about the spark of the divine within us all. I just hope you can move forward with a renewed sense of reality, my friend. You are imperishable. Act, act like it. I suppose that's my Yankee fatherly kind of way of saying, grow up, you big god baby. LOL. But stay young at heart. Have a good day, Robert. Wow. Related email from a woman claiming to have met Lucifer. It is my firm belief after nearly 4 years that the being you called Lucifer and his highly technical skilled legions can create any image they like. And near death experiences, alien abductions all fall under that category. Interesting. I became suspicious when the frequent Kundalini experiences did not raise my consciousness awareness or advance me spiritually. And the NDEs claim Jesus did not die on the cross, and clients in the past life regression report the reincarnation is real and that everyone goes back to source God no matter what they have done and so on. Jesus is no Jesus is no one special, just another ascended master. More pointedly, I noted most NDEs and persons in past life regression insist there is no devil, Satan, or hell. That is very amusing in a sick sort of way, because Satan himself tricked me into summoning him and made no secret of who he was. I have spoken with him a number of times. He told me his story, or what little of it was he was willing to share. That is the most powerful being I have ever spoken to as a medium, the most fantastically brilliant mind with which I have ever interacted. He did not deny his identity. He made it plain. He is extremely seductive, and it is up to you if you wish to hear of those experiences or not. I came to believe all New Age, all NDE, and alien abduction experiences are fabricated, since they insist he does not exist. He exists. I have no doubt to whom I was speaking. I've been an active medium for 4 years. I've met every sort of spirit imaginable, and some beyond the imagination. His clever craftiness and military strategy awes me. I admit to that. Endless spirits warn me repeatedly not to talk to him. I receive message dreams which are like little videos, downloads which in no way could be misperceived as dreams. Ultimately, I came to the same conclusions you did, but by a different path. I am fortunate I was not killed in one of those experiments. It was a close call, and to this day, I still cannot speak of what I allowed in order to become young, healthy, and lovely again, and joined to my hero. What an idiot I was. Of course, he was never my husband, and 99% of the promises made to me were false. Nothing happened as I was told it would happen, as many New Agers still continue to believe will occur. Something is happening on this planet, and it is very spiritual, active time for certain. And Satan exists, period. I stopped mediumship and all other psychic activities 2 days ago. I shall salute him as God of this world, for he came, or he can only be. Perhaps you might like to read David Icke's Children of the Matrix, because I suspect he is very close to the truth, except even he denies Christ ever lived. There is much truth in all of our stories and interpretations of our experiences. By the way, after Satan appeared to me, I even engaged a high priestess of Satanism to find out if others of her faith had even ever seen him. We all have seen the same being. I'm a novice painter, so I tried to paint our first interaction. He's remarkable, and I am not sure evil is the proper word for him. I think he is just well himself, and very likely that Ike claims is true. He is trying to hold on to this planet for reasons of survival of his people, plain and simple. I believe he is a genetic engineer and scientist, etc. Have you read the book of Enki? Any more info you desire, I will share with you. Okay, next month, you're welcome to read if you like, but you are a better witness, in my opinion, with your vast and varied background in the New Age movement. He also got me, sir, and you know what? He never asked me to worship him or give him anything or sell my soul to him. Nothing. It's what sort of entities one gets once one is talking to him. Bands upon bands of ghost dogs. Wow. Most of whom are hilarious, and many of which seem to despise humanity and loved to torment me with nasty, sadistic spirit contact dreams. Crazy. Wow. What do you guys think of that now? Yes, I've seen that, Tammy. Twisted Truth. That's pretty radical, though. I mean, a lot of ego is right. Now, is that ego Satan himself? Is that what we all have to suppress? Is that the darkness in us all? You know, grandson of Humbaba. He was so enlightened that he refused to accept his role, rebelled, and was excommunicated. Well, MLT, I appreciate your opinion, and I value your opinion. Things to permeate the pineal. Our souls are the only light to brighten our way. Yes, guys, but there is and there always has been a underlying prophetic notion that there will be a day of great deception. Now, is that day upon us? Have I mean our whole age of Pisces, we've thought that Jesus was our savior. Well, the Christians did anyway. You get what I'm saying here? Food for thought, for Thoth. Nice. Why is it saying, uh-oh, am I still on there? Okay, here we are. Yeah. What's the inside Satan? Sure, that makes sense. Yes. Will is the food for the pineal. So you believe in free will. In my vision, Lucifer looked like Jesus, but after he got infected by this black fire, he was removed from the council and his sky was removed and taken away and was given to Jesus that wasn't there. If enough of us thought up a new reality, what could we create? We could probably create anything, but there has to be the 100th monkey. There has to be written by a person who thinks or pretends that they are Lucifer incarnate or Stanley himself. Matt, thank you. That is exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because, but then you go to the Emerald Tablets here, and I'm going to make my point. Okay, now you just heard about Lucifer, the light bringer, the light bearer. Now, if Lucifer's bad, then I say to you, the darkness is winning the battle here. Okay, now look, right here in this book before me that I'm looking into is the Emerald Tablets. And tablet number 4, the key of freedom of space. List ye, O man, hear my voice. Teaching of wisdom and light in this cycle. Teaching ye how to banish the darkness. Teaching ye how to bring light in thy life. Seek ye, O man, to find the great pathway that leads to eternal life as a sun, S-U-N. Draw ye away from the veil of the darkness. Seek to become a light in the world. Make of thyself a vessel for light, a focus for the sun of this space. Lift out thine eyes to the cosmos. Lift out thine eyes to the light. Speak in words of the dweller, the chant that calls down the light. Sing thou the song of freedom. Sing thou the song of the soul. Create the high vibration that will make thee one with the whole. WHOL. Blend all thyself with the cosmos. Grow into one with the light. Be thou a channel of order, a pathway of law to the world. Thy light, O man, is the great light, shining through the shadow of flesh. Free must thou rise from the darkness, before thou art one with the light. Shadows of darkness surround thee. Life fills thee with its flow. But know, O man, thou must arise and forth from thy body go, far to the plains that surround thee, and yet are one with thee too. Look all around thee, O man, see thine own light reflected, aye, even in the darkness around thee, thine own light pours forth through the veil. Seek thou for wisdom always. Let not thine body betray. Keep in the path of the light wave. Shun thou the darkened way. Know thee that wisdom is lasting, existing since the all soul began. creating harmony from chaos by the law that exists in the way. List ye, O man, to the teaching of wisdom, list to the voice that speaks of the past time. I shall tell thee of knowledge forgotten, tell ye of wisdom hidden in past time, lost in the midst of darkness around me. Now, right there in just that little bit. I mean, and then it goes, long, long ago, I cast off my body, wandered I free from the vastness of ether, circled the angles that hold man in bondage. That is the circle and the square, right, Aussie? Know ye, O man, ye are only a spirit. The body is nothing, the soul is the all. Let not your body be a fetter. Cast off the darkness and travel in light. Cast off your body, O man, and be free. Truly a light that is one with the light. When ye are free from the fetters of darkness and travel in space as a son of the light, then ye shall know that space is not boundless, but truly bounded by angles and curves. Know ye, O man, that all that exists is only an aspect of greater things yet to come. Matter is fluid and flows like a stream, constantly changing from one thing to another. Harmony from chaos, anarchy. Yes. The person that wrote this is obviously very well read, but let's be realistic. Harmony from chaos, or anarchy. Oh, secret knowledge. Darkness archonic matrix. Yes. Michelle email address. Boundary of angles, archonic dogs. Yes, the hounds of the barrier. The ones that will hold your soul in thrall. And then know ye that throughout the space that ye dwell in are others as great as your own, interlaced through the heart of your matter, yet separate in space of their own. Once in a time long forgotten, I Thoth opened the doorway, penetrated into other spaces, and learned of the secrets concealed. Deep in the essence of matter are many mysteries concealed. 9 are the interlocked dimensions, and 9 are the cycles of space. 9 are the diffusions of consciousness, and 9 are the worlds within worlds. 9 are the lords of the cycles that come from above and below. Space is filled with concealed ones, for space is divided by time. Seek ye the key of the time space, and ye shall unlock the gate. Know ye that throughout the time space consciousness surely exists, though from our knowledge it is hidden, yet still it forever exists. The key to worlds within thee are found only within. Wow. For man is the gateway of mystery, and the key that is one within one. Seek ye within the circle. Use the word I shall give, open the gateway within thee, and surely thou too shalt. What do you guys think of this? I mean, you think this is this does have some good teachings in it, but I could leave a lot of it behind. I think if we all slang specific tones all at the same time, our positive vibrations rise and win. Anarchy, no rulers. Anarchy, ancient Greek, archon, ruler. Right. Does any of this sound familiar about the measures? What do you mean, the measures? Okay. Ye think that ye liveth, but know it is life within death. For as sure as ye are bound to your body, for you know life exists. Only the soul that is space free has life that is really of life. All else is only a bondage, a fetter from which to be free. Think not that man is earthborn, though come from the earth he may be. Man is a lightborn spirit, but without knowing he can never be free. Darkness surrounds the lightborn, darkness fetters the soul. Only the one who is seeking may ever hope to be free. Shadows around thee are falling. Darkness fills all the space. Shine forth, O light of the man soul. Fill thou the darkness of space. Ye are a son of the great light. Remember, and ye shall be free. Stay not thou in the shadows. Spring forth from the darkness of night. Light let thy soul be. O sunborn, filled with glory of light, freed from the bonds of the darkness, a soul that is one with the light. Thou art the key of all wisdom. Within thee is all time and space. Live not in bondage to darkness. Free thou thy light form from night. Great light that fills all of the cosmos, flow thou fully to man. Make of his body a light torch that shall never be quenched among men. Long in the past sought I wisdom, knowledge not known to man. Far to the past I traveled into the space where time began. Sought I ever new knowledge to add to the wisdom I knew. Yet only I found did the future hold the key to the wisdom I sought. Down the halls of Amenti I journeyed, the greater knowledge to seek. Asked of the lords of the cycles the way to the wisdom I sought. Asked the lords this question: where is the source of all? Answered in tones that were mighty, the voice of the Lord of the Nine: free thou thy soul from thy body and come forth with me to the light. Forth I came from my body, a glittering flame in the night. Stood I before the Lords, bathed in the fire of life. Seized was I then by a force great beyond knowledge of man. Cast was I to the abyss, through spaces unknown to man. Saw I the molding of order from the chaos and angles of night. Saw I the light spring from order and heard the voice of the light. Saw I the flame of the abyss, casting forth order and light. Saw order spring out of chaos. Saw light giving forth life. Now, right there, boom. Satan is the rule maker and represents order of and Saturn. All very new concepts during the Middle and Dark Ages, further worship during the 16th and 1700s. Alternative to the church and a path to enlightenment. Hello, inspirational touch. What were you talking about now, San Grouper, about the measures? Oh, distance of time and space. Yeah, Michelle, you know what? You're so wonderful. That's exactly what I thought. That Heaven's Gate guy, what if he was spot on, saying that his time or his information about it, because his message was, you guys can all come with me, but you got to come with me on this date. You know, I have think that the CIA murdered all them people actually. Okay, so now Lucifer's the light bringer, and so far this Emerald tablets have really shown me that it's stuck on light. So, what do you guys think of that? I mean, where did Aussie go? Are you still here, Aussie? There you are. Light equals wisdom, not knowledge. Right. Well, knowledge turns into wisdom, right? Runes close to done. Oh, light, fire, wisdom. So the fire in the middle is the fire in the triangle. You know, the fire in the middle is our pineal gland. So what is everybody's opinion on if this is an archonic matrix? Do you think they are farming? Do you think they are farming our? Very true, April. Do you think they're farming our emotion for nefarious purposes, or do you think we are being led down the primrose path? Inspirational Touch has got some stuff going on here. What? Yes, they are. So, what is everybody's opinion at the escape? What do we have to do then? Do you think it's find the hole in the grid when we switch, or do you think it's? I think it could all be a misdirection. What, the Emerald Tablets? Without darkness, there would not be light, though, right? And you know what? I've heard that too. The way out is in. Yes, because we are all planets revolving around our central suns. This is true because that's what the atom is. That's what everything is. The inward spin, right? That's what everything in our existence is. But would that not would that not make it the trap in itself too? If we're stuck in this matrix, because I used to think. No, I'm going to be honest with you. There are lords of darkness and lords of light, Elohim. Out of the darkness shines the brightest light. That's the black hole. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, there is the light of all lights. That is the dark of all darks. I got that. Dark is a light. Actually, the light we see is a reflection of darkness. Nice. There's a deep thought. Very nice, Trina. I like that one. You know, and isn't it odd that the vortex mass principle, where do I want to go? What do you mean, where do I want to go? I don't want to be stuck in a reincarnation circle if I don't have to be. Alls I know right now is what I am here. You know, I understand that. Yes, I would. My 3 day old newborn is sitting on my lap absorbing this wisdom. Nice. What do you mean I'm not going to be stuck? You are already out. Her job could be to make it heaven on earth before we move on. You know what? That's, hey, a very. Have you studied the Hava chakra? No, I have not. My baby sleeps not at night. Nate the Great's awesome though. I think it's 420. If our bodies are a trap and we are God, then God put himself in a trap. Hey, Aussie, same thoughts. Our babies, our babes. We are enlightened, so we are showing others the way. Let love's light burn through the darkness and shine forevermore. Very good. And I've realized though, guys, this I am love thing, and I'm not knocking it. I believe in the whole raising our consciousness and everything. But for some reason, all of that positiveness brought the biggest negative pushback I've ever felt. You guys know what I'm talking about here? Very good, Michelle. You know what? That may be it. A man is as he thinks, right? The circle of reincarnation and the levels of the power matrix. Right, duality. I don't know. I think our existence is a threefold nature. Is a when you shine, others react to dim it. Yes. So that's the pushback from the positive. You're saying? Yes. Why is our existence patriarchal? Don't I think it doesn't it make more sense to think that our existence is matriarchal? You know, mother. Yes, Michelle, I don't feel trapped. That's right. As a man thinketh, in actual fourfold, four elements. So we're just doing cliche, catchy phrases. I love you, Michelle. You're so freaking out there. Body, mind, spirit, ether. Nice. My mother tried to dull my shine. Could never happen, Michelle. Tetrapolar. What's tetrapolar? People feel intimidated by me, but I wouldn't do anything to hurt anyone. You know, I appreciate every one of you guys here tonight. I always get attacked. What the thinker thinks, the prover proves. See, Robert Anton Wilson. I've recently, I think you shared something with him with me, and I think I watched something. Yes, Manly P. Hall speaks of it. All of the great thinkers of our fourfold. Okay, you know, I love you guys, and I am not kidding about that, because without you guys, who am I? Without you, what am I? You know, and April, that's from Prometheus Rising Right. What are you talking about? What the thinker thinks, the prover proves. See, you guys are some deep thinkers. Now, somebody told me something earlier today that it made sense to me, because I thought, hey, who am I? I've never read a bunch of. You know what? I say that all the time, Aussie. Misspelling our, not her. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. This is true. This is true. My shell, but you know, there's certain times when I was just going to say something about that, Eric. Exactly what I was going to say. Wow. That was crazy. I was just going to say that with an individual. The indicator of the right path. No, Michelle, you no, you're right in a way there, Michelle. Or you're right in a way there, because I just think, you know, the my recent debacle about, you know, calling out Albers, you know, on Wayne's show was wrong of me, the way I went about it. You know, I don't have to believe. You know, who am I to say anybody's theory or take on things is wrong and mine's right? I'm not. I'm no. You know what I mean? The world will not be destroyed by evil, but by those that watch and do nothing. Very nice. That is a very good quote. You better coin that some bitch, because that's a good one. Stop being afraid is the best piece of advice I've ever heard, and that's. I agree with the heaven and earth statement, Max. Heaven and earth statement. What was that? What was that statement? Mine is right because it was a vision that was given to me. You see what I mean? Yes, the ones who do nothing. I agree with that. Oh, Matt. Matt. Hey, no freaking no fraternizing on my channel. I'm kidding. Nice. That was funny. That it's our job to create heaven on earth before we move on. Oh yeah. Yes. Maybe the powers that be, since they know we are immortal, life is therefore expendable. Oh, You know, you made me think of something that. Okay, so Aussie, anybody who's read the Emerald Tablets, let's get a raise of hands. Who's read the Emerald Tablets? Emerald Tablets. It's all good. Belief is only an enemy, knowing when a villain thinks he's a hero. Nice. It isn't by getting out of the world that we became enlightened, but by getting into the world. Getting so tuned in that we can ride the waves of our existence and never get tossed because yes. Life is transparent if you do not know who you are. Right. Okay, now, who's read the Emerald Tablets? Do you think this is good information? I just want a yes or a no. Do you think it's good information? The Emerald Tablets. Okay, we got 2 yeses. 3, 4. Got 1 no. We got go for it. Yes, yes. Just getting into it. Yeah, it takes a good 10 times of reading through it, and then you'll repeat a couple of them. Thoth is Melchizedek incarnate. I believe that Thoth is numerous beings through our existence. I think he's only discernible by the right eyes and the right mind. Nice. And that kind of sounds like a pompous statement. 300 times, huh? Do you see why we're one, man? That's funny. That's just crazy. Yes. Okay. So it's an astounding yes that these emerald tablets, there's some discernible truth in them. The true value of human being can be found in the degree to which he has attained liberation from the self. Albert Einstein. We are all thoughts. We are all. Yes, we are. Yes. When the wind blows, wow, awesome. My shell, what do you got? You got a freaking list of them next to you or what? Come on. You can't be doing this. Thoughts is good. I agree with that. Thank you. Because it resonated from day one for me. I mean, that's what got me onto this enlightened road was thoughts. Come on, my shell, you gonna come up with another one? Come on. When the wind blows, the bamboo bends. When the wind stops, there is no sound. The greatest awakening comes when you are aware of your infinite nature. That's a very good one. Man is the measure. Hey, April, that is potable quote books. She is, huh? Nice. She comes up with some good ones, I'll tell you that. Thoth is you okay, Thoth is you and God short of thought. That, I've come up with that one. I must have got lost. I must have got lost. I must have got lost. Somewhere down the line. I must have got lost. Okay, now I got a microphone. I think I can sing, right? Life is but an illusion, albeit a stubborn one. Nice. Look at you guys just pulling them out. I see with my heart. I think that's what we need. I think that's what we need to do is follow our heart. And Thoth has said that too. To me, now this is how I see the Emerald Tablets. I believe that the Emerald Tablets are a conglomeration of all of our esoteric knowledge condensed and put into one form. And maybe it was a progenitor to all of the other, or maybe it's just the feedback loop itself, the Akashic, that feeds this book. This book didn't come to me years ago. This book came to me 2 years ago, a year ago, year and a half ago. Now, I myself, and I'm not kidding here, you guys, I've never read a freaking book in my life except for a deer hunting book and this Emerald Tablet book in my life. And I'm not kidding you. And I'm not lying at all to you. Every time there was uh, I got A pluses in school the whole time. So I guess I read a chapter book or indoctrination, or, I learned how to repeat, like a parrot. Now that's my point with this is I was not indoctrinated by any, like how everybody's read certain books, at certain genres of books. And, I'm not saying that that's not knowledge in itself, because it is, it's stored knowledge, written down knowledge, but I haven't been influenced by any of that. I've came to all this stuff on my own via searching on the internet, or things ringing true, resonating with me. And I'm not kidding about that. When I get the goosebumps, and I've gotten them several times this evening talking with you folk, because I hear what I hear in my head coming out of you people after I hear it out of my head. And that's how I've come across a lot of this knowledge. It's like, and if anybody is on the same truth seeking mission, there's those moments, those epiphanies, those aha moments that you're like, yeah, it's like, holy, and then your hair stands on your, yeah, goosebumps, God bumps, she calls them. I call them goosebumps. And that's how you speak from the heart and soul, Steve. That's why I like you. And you know what? I like anybody that will be honest with me if I'm out of line, and I believe that I got this information from the sun, guys, from soul, because I stared into the sun, and it was on December 15th. And there's some correlation to a prophecy, and I can't remember what video it was. I was speaking of it earlier, but I made a video on it, and I mirrored a podcast from some other guy from years ago. And it's incredible what came out of that, but I don't know if that's all archon manipulation. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm stuck, guys. It's right there at that point where I know it's divine, what I've felt and what I've seen and what I've come to know as my truth is so overwhelming to me that I can put everything into it. But in the same time, I've learned that information, which is in the last 3.5, 4 years, and most of it just in the last year, ever since coming across Danny Wilton. He put 2 and 2 together for me. No other person could have ever, but at that moment. And oddly enough, I was looking for the lyrics to Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun. And that's how I came across all of this stuff. And I've never realized that I was propagating fear with the Nibiru stuff and the planets coming to kill us. Whatever. It doesn't matter if there is a fucking, excuse my language, if there is a planet coming to get us. That doesn't matter, because that ain't till tomorrow. And we're here now. That's what I've learned out of all this. And if I can purvey anything more than, the two main things in my way of looking at this is my truth has brought me to saying to myself, F yesterday, because it's gone. Screw tomorrow, because it ain't here yet. Living now. Enjoy what you have now. And that's my biggest word of advice to anybody, and I'm nobody. But that's what I've learned from me. And that's what my point is that I care, guys. And I appreciate anybody who reciprocates that. And I'm to my grave serious about what I just said there. And I appreciate all of you guys. And and when I say I love you, I do, because anybody who's listening to me right now knows that. And that's all we need to do is purvey that through our everyday lives to strangers. And then there's nothing that can touch us, you know? And I got way sidetracked, but my message is one and the same. Is anybody that cares about us needs to care about the right things and needs to put their energy behind the right thoughts, because I believe our thoughts create our consciousness, which creates our reality. It's a self-feedback system. It's all in that CIA document that I showed everybody, you know? And that was just information that came across my table like, wow, I can't believe that was there the whole time, you know? Yes, I see faces in the sky all the time. People call that pareidolia or whatever it is, you know? And every time you're on YouTube and you're talking positive in a positive way, your views, the people on, I mean, it just dropped what, by 10 when I started talking like that. Now, is that human nature, or is that, you know, the forum where that we're on trying to discourage that sort of thought? And I don't know what happened to Danielle D, but she was, if she hears this, I want you to communicate with me again, dear, because you had some very pertinent points. Do you guys remember Danielle? She was talking about we are the Anunnaki. They're coming to get us, and you know, anybody who's Irish are the closest. Okay, Lori, you inspire me. Michelle inspires me. All of you guys do. Time travelers saying that's, you know, that's what the toroid is. That's, you know, the best way I could. This is how I put two and two together about the black hole or the toroidal figure eight. The, you know, the mathematic formula of Marco Rodin. You know, he came up with the, it's, I've shown you guys this on, you know, the, what is it? The, I don't know, the duplicating, how it forever duplicates. It's the 369 of Tesla. The 369 is the ether, the go that makes it go. And the rest of the numbers are the matter that is animated by that ether. But guys, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm rambling on now. Chris Cornell then grew up over the years and learned about all his pain. A slave to the audio and most likely Saturn. Oh, there's another thing, guys. Nobody makes anybody enlightened. Just tell them what you want to say, then let them decide for themselves. Yes, very good. But the biggest message I want to convey to any of you is that I care, and you know, I just hope you guys go out and pay it forward to the rest of humanity, because that's what I'm truly doing this for. You know, it ain't for freaking ad revenue or money from any of these, you know, this oppressive forum that's got us all by the keisters, if you know what I mean. There's no, I mean, we get what we get from the monster, and hopefully we don't get eaten up, you know. Love one another as yourself. Some tend to love themselves more than they love others, but I will try to love you as I love myself. Now I think of my kids, my wife, and then everybody else, and then myself. Right. We're all selfish, aren't we? Best Saturday in a long time. Thank you. I love you guys. I really do. And I appreciate you. Love, peace, chicken grease. And one for one, one for one.